Hey guys, so let's dig in a little bit more to these symptoms of our body. All right, so why rest feels so hard, and getting deeper into it. God created us to be amazing, beautiful things and creatures. We are made not to be little men, but of our own genetic code, our own system, everything that's going on with us. Right? God made us to be different. And it seems like sometimes these different things can literally be eating away at our souls sometimes. So, the things that start to go haywire in perimenopause, sleep deprivation, all right, it just makes everything worse, right? When you're not sleeping, you're tired, you tend to be crankier, you tend to be hangry, you tend to eat the bad food because your energy's low. It makes you reduce your emotional regulation. You can't control the emotions that are going on. Increases our irritability, increases our stress hormones, that cortisol, and decreases our frustration tolerance. Hormonally challenged and sleep deprived is a powerful combination. It's really like a bad cocktail. It's not good for us. And so our blood sugar swings and can fuel our rage and our sleep. And we get crashes and cravings and all of that. So we'll get into what we need to do. You're going to hear me talk about a lot. Prioritizing protein, not skipping meals. Don't rely on sugar and carbs. We're just repeating that for a lot of this. And we spend decades just people pleasing, avoiding conflict, putting ourselves last. And then the energy, our hormones shift, and the energy required to keep us swallowing those feelings disappears. It's gone. And so all the frustration comes up, and we are just tired of dealing with all of it. So you've spent decades being what everyone else depends on, right? Keeping all the mental load. I've been seeing a lot of videos come across about mental load, the schedules, doctor's appointments, birthdays, sports, grocery lists, medications, deadlines, commitments, countless invisible responsibilities, keeping everything running. And rest starts to feel uncomfortable, maybe a little irresponsible, and possibly a little lazy too. Our body keeps the score. We talked about the fascia tissue, the neck, the back, the joints. When those things start to hurt, it keeps the score. It holds on to it. So we don't recognize this as stress first off. It feels normal to be go, 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 go. But our sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight, it's not supposed to be constantly on. And when it's in overtime, it contributes to more difficulty falling asleep, anxiety. Feels like everything contributes to anxiety, right? We've said that in every chapter so far. Increasing your abdominal fat, fatigue, inflammation. You wake up between 2 and 4 when that cortisol spikes, brain fog, digestive issues, hormone disruption. So are you in this cycle? The way to know is, are you exhausted but unable to really rest? You sit to relax and you start thinking about all the things that need done. You get into bed, get all curled up, you get just in that right position, and then you start thinking about the things that are left undone. The dishes in the sink, whatever it may be. You take a day off, and then if you truly do nothing or enjoy your vacation, you then feel guilty. You're physically tired, your nervous system doesn't feel safe. And rest is biological and spiritual. When David wrote about the green pastures and the quiet waters, Sheep only lie down when they feel safe. And the same is true for us. His invitation to rest isn't merely about getting a nap in. It's an invitation to trust that the world will continue turning even when we stop striving for a moment. Your worth is not tied to how much you accomplish. The enemy loves this lie because it keeps us busy and us women exhausted. And when we're exhausted, we have very little capacity to hear God's voice, to experience joy, to receive his peace. The devil likes us to be just, all the time. It allows him to keep us from the one who created us. Throughout Scripture, God repeatedly commands to rest, not because he needs us to do less, but because he knows we need restoration. So many good things happen when we rest. Our bodies does so many miraculous things. It heals, it repairs, it fixes. Rest is not laziness, it is trust, and it's stewardship. Perimenopause often exposes the limits that we've been ignoring for years. While that can be frustrating, it can also be an invitation. It's not just more supplements or better sleep. God is releasing the belief that you must carry everything alone. Let that go. You don't need to carry it alone. Let's get into some practical application and how we can support our system. And we're talking about supporting our vagus nerve, and which is the common pathway between our brain and the body, and how it plays an important role in activating our rest and digest days. So how you can support your system. It sounds hokey, it sounds easy to say but hard to do. It sounds like you know these things, but to implement is a whole other thing. So slow your breathing. Take a breath. Just slow your breathing. Hum or sing a worship song. I will often do the books of the New Testament. It's a song that's in my head. I don't have to think about it. I have known it since I was a kid, and I just sing it on repeat. Or even the like White Christmas, things like that. Things that you know on repeat. It's a mantra. It's just meditation. Worship song. This Little Light of Mine. Whatever it needs to be. Prayer and meditation always help. Hard in the moment, but always help. A gentle walk, especially outdoors when it's not raining. Laughter and meaningful conversation. A friend of mine posted about who do you talk to when you can't talk to the one you want. And I put, LOL, you. I call her. She's my friend. She's my ride or die. She's the one I call when I am there. I have a couple other friends that I call. Kind of depends on the advice, because I know some of them are going to say things that I don't want to hear, and I don't want to do that. I just want you to be mad with me in the moment. But all of her other people, and they meant no harm. They were right. Jesus. Every other comment was Jesus, which is who we're supposed to rely on. But sometimes it's hard. It's hard for him to be the first one we go to. Sometimes you need a physical person. So laughter and a meaningful conversation matter on that. And that is, Jesus isn't the bad answer. Mine wasn't the bad answer. And of course I read that and I read everybody else's Jesus answer and I was like, oh, I should have said Jesus. That was the right answer. But my answer wasn't wrong either. So slow your breathing, hum a song or worship song, prayer, meditation, gentle walk outside. We're not going for time. We're not going for limits. We're just nice, easy walk. Laughter and meaningful conversation. Then improve your sleep hygiene. Get up in the morning and get sunlight. No glass, no contacts, no eyeglasses, no sunglasses, no nothing. If you can, don't even turn on the lights in your house yet because they have that flicker that puts you into fight or flight. Some of them. My kitchen doesn't, but the rest of our house does. Get outside, get light. Even if it's raining, sit on your porch. There's still UV coming through. There's still sunlight coming through. Tells your serotonin level, hey, we're good, we're awake, we're here. Tells your cortisol level to go down, all of that. It's daytime, it's time to be up and going. Constant bedtime. Trying to get to bed at the same time every night. That helps. My bedtime, people will tell me, when do you sleep? Honey, my sleep is sacred. Sacred. I have a routine. I do my foam rolling. I do my stretching. I pray. I do my talk with God. And I go to bed. Same time every night. About same time. Within an hour of each other. Between 8:30 and 9:30. So you text me at 10, I'm out. But I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. Keep your bedroom dark and cool. Think of a cave. Dark and cool helps. A little bit of a fan for a breeze. Dark and cool. Avoid screens, especially phones and laptops or tablets. 30 to 60 minutes before bed can really mess with you. You can put the blue filter on, you can wear the blue glasses, you can do all the things, but it's still just best to not have that stimulus going in, that stimuli. Truck trying to stop. Coming down on a wet road. So, avoid screens. TV don't really have the blue light, they're not as bad, but try to avoid screens. Play some card games with the family, or just sit there and do solitaire with yourself. Prioritize protein and balanced meals. And try not to eat too close to bed. Don't wait for the overwhelm. When you know you're in that fight or flight, when you know, I've dropped my phone 5 times today, I had to step over a weed and it made me mad. When you are there, take a walk, do some stretching, get into the scripture, take prayer breaks, journal, just small amounts. 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 60 seconds. Take a break. Try to reduce your stimulants, coffee, energy drinks, overscheduling yourself, excessive social media, get wrapped up in the grass is always greener stuff, and constant background noise. We are a family that does have a lot of background noise. Talk about all the time that we have a TV on for background noise, blah, blah, blah. And in doing all this, I was like, what would it sound like if we didn't? If we just didn't have the background noise. Sometimes removing something can be beneficial versus adding more things. So what if your exhaustion isn't a sign that you're failing, but a signal that God is inviting you to quieter waters? Because he needs you at your best for the big fight that's coming. So he needs you to rest. The battles, with David and Goliath, they weren't constantly fighting each other. They were kind of just waiting. They were there on either side. They were resting. They were waiting. They were taking their time. A lot of the battles in the Bible You'll see that they took a moment, they took a time, they took a day, they camped, they rested, they ate. So, lean into God. Jesus is the right answer always. And then lean into your friends when you need a little bit more. Don't keep scheduling things. Take some things off your plate. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you later.